Alright, bro. This isn't even that much of an intro, but I just want you guys to understand something. Why this character is G'd up. Now, some people might already know what this is, and I'll warn you, if you have not seen the end of this game or actually care about the story, I know you don't. Please, this is why this character is OD and deserves a review. And because I have him now. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Chapter 10, Part 12. Now this part, it explains so much of what's going on in the game. When does the story explain how the game works? You understand? Look at that, SHUFRAKEN. You're like, oh shit. Yo, Mahar, bro. Oh, they must be on the same level. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good swordsmanship. Okay. Oh, getting bodied. Also, one faded versus one faded, he's not strong enough. Okay, so maybe the 2v1 might be good. Gotta be good, right? I could take you sit. I can now initiate my swag for real. So what's the swag for real like? And you don't even know this is technically 3 tanks fighting each other. Double tank versus 1 tank. Boom. This guy's pretty bad. Oh, no. Ah, bro, I see you. Shot and gun. Oh, you try to hit me from that side? Nah. No, we got that. Nope. Nope. Back. Stop it. Alright, hold up. Let me just AoE that ass. Stop. Oh no.
No progress at all, Mahar.
That's too funny.
You think you could defeat me with borrowed power?
Because he's actually trashing the game. No progress at all. What if he'd been making progress this whole time?
I'll send you to meet your wife.
Oh, meet his wife. Oh, she's probably dead. Oh, check this out. Oh, protagonist. Plot armor. Man, get that out of here. Oh, man, if you don't... Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to something very important. It's plot armor. Burst. Swag armor. Don't you ever disrespect swag armor. Hashtag swag armor in the chat. Let's go. Look, even the game's like, no, stop. Commercial break. What's going on? So we need to break this guy down, and I'm gonna break him down from his base form, and then I'm gonna go through his faded core. So you guys are kind of getting like a double review because I think that kind of can't do one without the other. Now I did say this about Rudley, that it's a little bit different, and maybe I should have just took it in because I think I owe you guys another review. I owe you guys a FC Rudley because I kind of wanted to separate them because I feel like they were definitely different, and they are different. But today is a special day. Also, before we get into the review, is that the top 10 list, guys, if you want, there's going to be a card. I don't know where it's going to pop up on the screen. I think it's going to pop up, wait, where am I pointing? Somewhere over there. And that is for that list. Go to there, leave a comment of your top 10 S3s or ultimates in the game, and I'm going to do the tally. I forgot that I actually have work today, so I will not be able to do a video after I do the tally, so you guys get pretty much another day to to go there and edit your list if you need to, or make one. So please feel free to do that. Go click that link in the card and see you guys there. But what we're here to do is give you guys this double guy. So we're going to start off with scFRAKEN because the baseness of what he does is very important, but I also want to just go over his base stats. So as we can see here, crit hit is low. Oh, I see him crit a lot though. It's very very weird. Crit hit is 60, block 120, so his block is a little bit higher. Attack speed 76, so he's not gonna go first, but he'll go after some shit has gone down, pretty much. Crit damage 150. Luck is 0, which I was explaining that luck is if there's a speed tie, so like if it's scFRAKEN versus scFRAKEN, action, the one with the higher luck will go first. So that's what I was explaining, that's how luck works. Don't really know if that's true or not, but it sounds about right for such a random thing to add into the game. So let's go into the skills. See that basic attack? Cool. His whole aesthetic is just amazing, man. It just looks so cool. Now here we go. Deals damage. He has the thrust 3. He's gonna, if you attack him, pretty much he's going to attack you back and stun you for 5 turns. He will gain mana, as you can see, gain mana. Additionally, if the target has a decent amount of health, so pretty much in the beginning of the fight, it's a free mana gain right there. Removes 1 mana from the target and then gains 1 mana if the target has low health. So that's also pretty cool. You can also force those interactions by attacking someone with Wrath or attacking someone with, you know, counter, or well, not with thrust, because if you attack someone with thrust, he's going to stun you, then you won't hit him back. So only pretty much characters that have some type of counter mechanic or something that's going to hit you back when you hit them. If you have a damage over time, you will thrust as well, so that's pretty good too. Now, Breath of Mana, I misread this and I think I've misspoken about this for a while. Now it says front row allies permanently gain 1 mana. Now what I thought that meant was that every turn you were going to get a mana, but that's actually not how it works. The way that it works is that you will always have at least 1 mana. It's very similar to the light elemental mana gain, is that pretty much you can spend all your mana all day, but you will always have 1 mana regardless, especially when it comes to your turn. And last but not least, Fear of the Abyss. Adds Fear of the Abyss enemies to enemies. Adds Fear of Abyss marks to enemies with defense lower than you. If the target has 10% or less health at the end of the turn, deals 65 damage to all enemies in the same row. So first of all, you have to get your defense high, and I'm starting to realize that it does work in PvE, but a lot of the PvE monsters have very high defense. If you saw, my mine was about 1300 defense, so a lot of things have like 2000 defense, and some things don't take the mark, even though that's kind of cheesy because it's not a debuff or anything like that. But you got to pretty much get your defense very high if you want it to be consistent. And it does trigger Dragon Blood. I was saying in another video that I don't think it did because I didn't see it triggering it, but it does trigger Dragon Blood. It was triggering Dragon Blood on a unit that didn't have the Dragon Scale, so nothing happened. So they were getting stacks, I just didn't see me getting Wrath all day. But then I fought against it, I've been using him already, and now I'm like, okay, it definitely triggers Dragon Blood, and then my SHUFRAKEN pretty much was just getting killed all day. But it's still pretty funny to see the Fear of the Abyss constantly trigger over and over and over again. It's pretty cool. Not in the same turn, but eventually, as it happens to one person, it deals damage and then they'll get low and then it's going to deal it again. And you start to see that he kind of has this self-cleansing cleanup thing that is going on. It's really interesting. Now this one has the King Spirit. Now when you put the costume on, you do not get the King Spirit, so let's look at that.
I'll show you the strength of conquer.
Such a cool animation. You always think that an attack is going to follow that, but it actually does not. Now what he does is he give himself heal over time to self that heals to 50%, missing health every turn for 4 turns. So pretty much if he pops that, he's going to start healing a ridiculous amount. 50% of his missing health, I mean, that's a lot. If he's really low, it's a lot. If he's not, it's going to help him get back to full. And it's most importantly with that is that it's allowing you to take a turn of not triggering anyone's Dragon Blood, because I feel like nowadays that's the first thing that you have to be thinking about, is not triggering Dragon Blood. Not triggering that Dragon Blood, wasting a essential turn. I'm an idiot. Okay. If you want to reset someone's Dragon Blood stacks with this version, it's actually very easy. I was going through a tangent saying that it's hard. It's actually not. All you have to do is pop this skill, they'll hit you, you'll stun them, they're stunned for 5 turns, and I'm talking about 1v1, right? And then all you have to do is pop this the next turn, provided that other characters are dead, right? Because you need other characters because he's a dark element. So you can reliably use this every single turn, reset their stacks, and then hit them with this move, the Marching Sword, which is going to do 210 to the back row, which is whatever. Then he gets frozen, deals additional damage for each self-harm stack, which the only person that can do self-harm is Ram G. So we'll look at that a little bit later to give you guys more a perspective on that. But first, let's see that Marching Sword, baby. You know I gotta disappear. You know I gotta disappear. Talk about it. Shining gun. Beautiful. And then you slowly but surely chip away. Honestly, if you were in a 1v1 situation where enough characters have died, you could even technically wait out the shield, which is this heal over time thing. It's pretty funny what you're able to do with him. He's a very good, this base version of him is very, very good at stalling, very, very good at. And back row, remember, when there is no back row, it's the front row. So he has a reliable freeze that he can constantly do 7-turn freeze at that. And pretty much I've used it enough in PvP, and I'll tell you, it makes the game ridiculously easy when you can spam this. In PvE, this skill is phenomenal. Freezing the back row, or like I said, the front row when the back row is dead, is very, very good in a lot of these stages. He's so good. CC is, I feel, underused or under talked about or whatever, underrepresented in this game. You guys knows what time it is. It's time to scroll. I'm gonna freeze it when I can, so you guys don't have to read it. But this version of SHUFRAKEN is, you know, like I said, it's pretty much a double guide, so it might be a little bit longer than I want it to be. But this version is a little bit different than his original. The reason why is because his S2 does change, and obviously his thrust becomes a little bit different. Now, we already know all the other stuff, but now you have the Harbinger of Awakening. Wait, look how slow it is. Is it because the game's lagging? It actually is beneficial to us. We can read. We can actually read what's going on. Flicks mark of revenge to the enemy that killed an ally. So if someone kills one of your homies, they get this. The buff is removed when the target with mark of revenge is killed or damaged by a Harbinger of Awakening, which is us, and activates the Awakening skill. The Awakening skill, as you can see here, increases mana obtained in your turn by 1 per fallen ally on its turn, which is awesome. If your health drops below 30%, increases your attack speed and grants damage immunity. So pretty much it's super cheesy. It's very cheesy. The reason why it's so cheesy is because if someone kills one of your allies, you're able to pretty much utilize a damage immunity skill. So it's really, really cool. You also get that attack speed, which can like jump you in certain fights. It can actually jump you ahead, and then you all of a sudden are now getting a turn earlier than what you used to get. And they also can't hit you back, so it's a really good time to attack and really mess with someone's dragon blood counts. Or even if you see someone that's about to do a move, now you're faster than them, you get the turn first, and then you hit them with the S3 and then you freeze them. So a lot of flexibility with that whole aspect, and it's pretty cool. His S3 does exactly the same thing, it just looks different in the skin. So let me show you that. Let me get that, absorb all that. I don't understand the birds. Deeply confused, but it's all good. Now the S2 does actually change. It now becomes a 300% damage skill, so it's not a big nuke, but a decent single target nuke. And inflicts despair. Last into remove. Now I was confused on how this works, but pretty much if they have Fear of the Abyss, it will cause them mana burn, one mana, while dealing 50% damage every turn. So it does exactly what it says it does. So if he has Fear of the Abyss, I pop this on him. Lovely animation. Oof. Love it. And what happens is that pretty much he's going to take damage over time and lose 1 mana every turn. Really good for shutting down like something like Bathory in the back row. The force that she'll only have 1 mana on her turns. It's very, very strong. Do not underestimate how strong this skill is. It's ridiculously stupid. And as you could pretty much tell, it only costs 1 mana. So with his back row, well, that's his basic attack. With his Breath of Bana, he will always be able to do it. So pretty much one of the things you might want to do is constantly put that, or immediately put that on a character, which is very mana dependent. Oh yeah, I didn't say the damage immunity is for 4 turns. It doesn't last forever. But yes, so what's crazy about that is that you can pretty much shut down a character and they will always have like no mana, unless they have other ways to generate mana, like if they're also a dark character and a lot of characters are dead, things of that nature, which will kind of circumvent it. But it's a really good counter in PvP to characters that really rely on utilizing their skills. And some characters can get by without it, but a lot of supports can't do it. But supports usually have, and same thing with tanks, usually have high defense, so it might not get Fear of the Abyss on those targets. So really, really good. And like I said, last until removed, you can remove a debuff. You can also be immune to a debuff as well, so just keep that in mind. And that's pretty much the boy right there. And this is Ram G. He's the one that puts the self-harm. Remember, self-harm stacks. Like it says, afflicts target with self-harm if target is afflicted with Fear of the Abyss. dealing residual damage for 5 turns, and then he also does the same thing here, but this one is at AoE. So they synergize very strongly with each other. It's like actually a little bit crazy how much they synergize, because as you saw here with scFRAKEN, that this will do more damage per self-harm stack the target has. So very, very dangerous stuff that those two are together. Very strong synergy. Now we are currently in challenger tier, so I'm gonna just show you guys the fight where he's in. I'm not gonna show you guys the full tag. Now since this is my points, I'm going to put Maggie there. We're gonna let her die to his super supreme OP comp because I don't feel like dealing with that. Bad, yeah, we're just gonna let that rock, and then we're gonna fight against this team. This is what tag's all about, you know, playing, being smart. It's about being smart. So now we see that we have some Fear of the Abyss in the background. So let's screw over Maggie. Let's make it that she doesn't gain any any mana. She blocks it, doesn't matter. As you can see, her mana just got taken. And I always have this available to me. As you can see, he's glowing purple, which is he killed the revenge mark, so that's why he's glowing like that. All right, let's see if it's not lagging anymore. All right, and for that, I'll even fight the main demonic team. I'll try to fight the demonic team actually. Let's see if I can showcase him even amongst a very meta team. But I want to do a full showcase when I get some time to actually. Okay, it's much better. Oh my god, it's much better. All right. So this will be a really good showcase now. Now, one thing that I'm gonna do, and see, so I actually can't showcase much because the only person that I can screw with the marks or whatever is going to be Anastasia, and I don't want her taking damage every turn. Now I could stun the back row, which is not that bad. It will stop Bathory, but it will trigger Dragon Blood nonsense against me too. Fortunately, I'm gonna have to use hit the back row. Next time I get a turn, I'm gonna check her defense. If I would have had her defense, she just took some damage, so I think we might be able to kill her. Or sorry, get her to Tranquil. There we go. Oh, there goes Fear of the Abyss. Did you guys saw that? Fear of the Abyss just triggered. And again, I need to blind her. Oh fuck. Why is... I don't understand why it's timed. I might lose here. Luckily his Bathory is not 6-star. We would have lost by now if it was. He's not getting any burst damage when he's doing this. Yeah, it still killed me. I fucked up. Not sure how I'm gonna edit that because the whole fight was a little bit drawn out, but I was able to, you can see how I can reasonably constantly keep the back line stunned, and then if I kill the back line, hit the front. But oh, you know what would have been nice? Can I see? His defense is 806, or maybe it doesn't read properly here. 1233, 1053. I had it on her. Hers is 840. Maybe did I misplay that? Because maybe I didn't like click on her to see if see my defense is 1330. I definitely should have. Maybe they had so much shit on them with all the passives that I couldn't actually see that they had Fear of Abyss on them. Oh man, fuck, I misplayed that terribly, dude. I'm motivated now. Y'all gonna see a SHUFRAKEN PvP video. Unfortunately, not today. This will be the only video that's going up today because, like I said, I have work, and then I'll be free a little bit later, but sometimes after work, so there will only be one video going up today. I know, I'm sorry. But make sure, again, sorry to plug this again, make sure you guys go check out the last video, put your top 10s in that video. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment on this one as well. And this guy is a beast, and I promise to show you, but this is a review, and that's why I don't like review versus showcase, is that, you know, I'm just trying to show you how the character works. If I have the character, sometimes I won't, but I'll get a showcase for you guys, because I actually could have won that match. And now that they were probably Fear of the Abyss, but I didn't even know, I could have shut down Bathory from the get-go. She could have had no mana the entire fight. Anywho, no, I'm tight. I can't even. Anywho, I'm actually tight now. Yo, SHUFRAKEN's revenge. Hashtag SHUFRAKEN's revenge in the comment section below. Just remember that every day in the casino is your lucky day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.